Good morning and welcome back to my little channel. This is the cozy cabin that my son and daughter-in-law rented, and they were so gracious and asked us to come and share this time with them and their son, our grandson, here in West Virginia. Oh, and since I've been retired, this is the first trip that my husband Bill and I have actually gotten to take. We're especially grateful that it's with family. I also wanted to make a video just to highlight things that have changed, how my life has changed since I retired back in November, and the impact of slow living, which I had been learning even before I retired. Probably the very first thing that has changed is the fact that I'm not in the hurry that I once was in. If I get up, my routine has become different. My morning routine is a lot slower. I get up, I actually stay in my PJs for a little bit, have coffee, have breakfast, relax, do little things, listen to music, do the bills if I want to do them, do a devotional, and then I get ready for the day. There's really no rush, and this carries over even to the cabin where
Open eyes.
we actually
Still the
just
open eyes.
took our time before we went out.
Right? You know what that means? What? I get to kiss you. How's that?
And another way that my life has changed now is that in the past few years, actually, I've been a bad sleeper. It's been very hard to get to sleep, or once I do get to sleep, I'll wake up and I'll stay up for a while, and my sleep is disturbed a lot, and I would wake up and worry about things that really were not for me to worry about. I don't know if anybody can relate to what I'm saying on that. Or I would worry about things that hadn't happened. And now, in the past few weeks, since I haven't been working anymore and my life has changed in a very big way, I'm sleeping like a child. I sleep very soundly, very sweetly. Um, and yes, it still gets, sometimes it gets interrupted and I'll get up during the night, but then I'll go right back to sleep, and I'll sleep for a little bit later than I used to sleep, especially because I don't need to set the alarm clock anymore. And that's been a big change in my life. And it's been one that I feel has also yielded benefits health wise in other ways. I just feel better. I feel more less stressed. I feel more energetic. Sleep is something that we don't. I remember when I was a young writer some years ago that there was a saying that sleep was overrated. No, it is not. I'll be the first to tell you. Sleep is very necessary for health in a lot of ways, and mine is a lot better than it used to be. These are some photos that we took while we were visiting Skyline Caverns. It was very beautiful in Virginia, and it leads into the other way that my life has changed. Yes, I know that's kind of a weird angle. It's kind of artsy though, so I like it. I had gone out for a walk, but that one didn't work out well. I wanted to talk about the other way that my life has changed is time. It's not just that you have more time, it's that the usage of the time, the way that you use it, and even more interesting is the appreciation of time. That's not to say that you're not appreciative of your time when you're working, because especially you have less time, so yeah, you do appreciate it, but a lot of times it is kind of overshadowed by, well, it's Sunday night. I have to go back to work tomorrow. So it kind of takes away from it a little bit. When you retire, there is more time. It doesn't mean that there's not things that you have to do, because life goes on. You retire, but you still have to go shopping for food. You still have to maintain a household. You still have to uh, do things, do bills, go to errands and all this stuff. And you know what? I like that because that all makes life very, full. That's all important, including if you're lucky enough to have some work to do that is volunteer work, which I am blessed in being able to do that. But the thing is that when I have a more of a control over that time, over the usage of it, but it's also an appreciation because of the fact that, and that was hard for me because I had to learn to slow down. I had to learn how it's okay to not be productive every single minute of the day. It's good to be productive. We should be productive, but sometimes what is needed and what the soul needs is just time to sit and look at a tree, time to sit and listen to the birds, time to just sit and chat and take a really long coffee and drink your coffee very slowly. It's become an appreciation that in the beginning was a little bit hard because it was like, shouldn't I be doing this? Shouldn't I be doing that? It's people have to become accustomed to it, and I had to become accustomed to it too. And now I do love the fact that I can spend time as I wish. If and some of it, is also, well, it's not only your time because you include those that you love and you want to do what they want to do too. But are some of those times that it's just lovely because you can just go for a walk. You can just and not have to worry about being back as long as they know where you are. I hope I'm explaining that right. But there's an appreciation that you come to realize, this is something I have waited for. I've waited for this for a long time, and now I have it. Now I am able to do this. So that's another thing that has come up. Something else that has come up also is the way that I spend money. Money is a little bit different. You don't have a paycheck anymore. I have Social Security and I have a pension. And so you have to use that for your bills. And that's okay. And that's actually not bad. I'm blessed in that I have a pension, but it's also a matter that you don't spend as much money. You are just a lot more careful with your money. First of all, you don't, this business of throwing, sometimes that you could be more wasteful, but you learn to be a lot wiser with your money. Also, there's things that you're just not going to pay for. I don't spend as much as on gasoline. Now, this is different because we're on vacation and you're traveling miles from home, but you don't spend as much on gasoline. You plan trips a little bit differently where you're not going to be spending as much. You're not going to be going here and there. You're not spending every day. Some days I drive the car a lot less. You're not constantly in, something that for me was kind of a temptation was that when I was working, at lunchtime I would go and spend time in stores and that was like tempting because then you want to buy something. Now it's like you're more content. There's a contentment that comes that I'm fine with the clothes that I have. I'm fine with the shoes that I have. Although I just replaced my sneakers, and it was a good purchase. It was a purchase that made sense to me because I go through my sneakers. They're Asics, and they're good shoes. So anyway, that's what I have noticed, that I am spending money differently. I'm putting money away. I'm saving it. If I don't always. We always have an allowance. Me and my husband for a long time have had an allowance. Well, I'm not spending my whole allowance. I don't necessarily want to just say, I need a little pick me up with coffee. I'll go home and have a coffee. Not to say that you don't have a treat once in a while. A treat is a treat, though. It's not something that is constant. So you're saving money more. And to me, it makes sense to put money away. It makes sense to not always be just spending it. And then when it's there for what you want it to be. Case in point, we ended up, when we came on this trip, we were going to go out for dinner with the kids. And there really were very few places in the area to go have dinner. So we just planned wonderful dinners in the cabin. And everybody got to eat what it was that they wanted to eat. and we used it instead to go to the cavern. So it was good. So that's what I'm talking about. It's a difference the way that you, even the way that you spend the money. So that's it. Not as artsy now, this this angle, but that's it for today. Just wanted to share that with you, and perhaps hear your thoughts in case you have retired or you haven't yet retired, or you're just thinking, hey, oh, come on in here, come in here. Okay, this is my grandson, Billy.
Hello.
Hello. So I hope you've enjoyed the video. I hope it's been helpful to you, and please consider becoming a subscriber. And just want to thank you for watching my video. Until next time, God bless. Bye. Say bye.
Bye.